Okay, onward to polynomials. Today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials and writing them in standard form, which means exponents from biggest to smallest. Okay, with adding polynomials, you have to watch out for like terms. You're going to be adding the like terms. Sometimes the polynomials are already in order from biggest to smallest, and sometimes they're not. So just be on alert. So if I'm going to add this 4-piece polynomial to this 3-piece polynomial, I'm just going to add up the like terms. I like to move the second polynomial underneath the first polynomial and line things up. So I'm going to add a negative 4x squared, so I'm going to write a negative 4x squared underneath the 6x squared because they're like. I'm going to put the negative 10x under the negative 8x, and I'm going to put the plus 9 under the plus 7, so all my matching numbers are present. 3x cubed did not have a like term, so it'll stay 3x cubed. Remember, when you're adding like terms, you're adding just the coefficients and keeping the exponent part the same. So 6 plus negative 4, or 6 minus 4, is 2, positive, so 2x squared. A negative 8 plus a negative 10, or a negative 8 minus 10, either way, is negative 18x. And 7 plus 9 is 16. My exponents are already in order from biggest to smallest, so that's it. One more time for good measure on adding. X to the thirds go with x to the thirds, so I'm going to put this plus 4x cubed over here. Minus x goes with the x's, so I'm going to write it here under the 2x. Just left a gap where I didn't have a like term. And minus 9 is going to go under the 2. Combine like terms. Remember the invisible 1 here, so 1 plus 4 makes 5x cubes. Bring down the negative 4x squared because nothing changed. Remember the invisible 1, so negative 2 plus negative 1 is negative 3x's, and minus 7. Okay, onward to subtracting. Subtracting, there's one extra rule. We're going to have to distribute this negative distribute the negative, then add like terms. So this negative is going to turn this negative into positive. This negative is going to turn this negative into positive, and this negative is going to turn this positive into negative. Now I'm just going to change it to add. I changed my negative into adding all the opposites. So now I'm going to add like terms. So my 10x squareds, which are now positive, are going to go under my 4x squareds. My now positive 16x to the third is going to go under the 4x to the third. And there's a 9 that's negative, and I don't have any numbers at all, so I'm just going to put it on the end over here. So I can add my like terms. Negative 4x cubed plus 16x cubed, just adding up the negative 4 and the 16, so 12x cubed. 4 and 10, adding them up, get 14x squared. No like term for the negative 8x, no like term for the negative 9. Exponents go from biggest to smallest, so I'm in standard form, and that's the end. Alright, last one. Step 1. Send out this negative to the entire polynomial behind it. So this 10 becomes negative, this 8 becomes negative, this 12 becomes negative. Now I'm going to change it to adding like terms. Now the negatives with each piece, so I don't have to have it up front. So I'm going to put negative 10x cubed with the 16. I'm going to put negative 8x squared with the 2x squareds. And I'm going to put negative 12 with the 3. There was no like term for the 2x. And now I'm going to add like terms. 16 plus negative 10, or 16 minus 10, is 6x cubed. Negative 2 plus negative 8, or negative 2 minus 8, is negative 10x squared. Bring down the 2x, and then 3 plus negative 12, or 3 minus 12, is negative 9.